This film is a boat trip going down this Rio Ave that goes along the valley of the river, where the whole set of industries settled in the 19th century and then the first decades of the 20th century. And what we face when we go down the river with the boat, it's old factories that are no longer working, or some factories that are still working, some from also from the 80s and the 90s, and also others that now occupy some parts of the oldest factories that are no longer working, but there are new that are occupying these buildings. And we have the feeling of going on the backyard of this process of the industrialization of the valley. And the film is, on one way, it's this trip on the river, looking to the river banks, where you see nature taking these old structures, I don't know, next is romper, erupting from the walls, and also we find people, some people, few people that are living in these river banks. And the film does at the same time a movement from the river that goes to different places.
The main point of the structure is the river, no? From the spring to the sea. And that was the way of winning some formal freedom through the river, going to several places in different ways. I don't know, from the beginning I think there was this idea of using different formats, different aesthetics, different ways of getting into the things that we wanted to talk about. It's like a mixture, a huge mixture of things that you don't know how until you do it. And the thing is, each moment asks for a way of filming it. And that's what we try to do it. And even though we always search for a narrative structure of the film, this liberty, this freedom of filming the things in the way that we wished, it was like, okay, it's possible to like finding the pieces of a puzzle, the different pieces of a puzzle with different forms, and then trying to do this picture without frame, you know, like even if the frame was broken. And for example, we have this first part that was really important, and it was the last part that we filmed of the film. Well, the first picture of the film is the last shot that we did. And it was the way that we found to go back in time and through like an archaeological way, finding some distance of the subject that we wanted to talk about, and gain some distance to the spectator also, and give some kind of tabula rasa to begin the film. And the title is also part of this tabula rasa. And from that point, okay, we are talking about this, now we have the freedom to do whatever we want. And we have this border between the river and the river banks that we break through the editing of the film. And it was not filmed chronologically, but the thing is, like, we went several times to film the abandoned factory where the skaters are. And we went several times to the couple of old men that are there. And each time that we would be there, we would keep the same form, almost as if it was part of the place. It was not a thing that it was, we never draw anything, we never like said, we are going to film this like this. Well, the sound design, I think that you can consider 3 moments. The capture of the sound during the filming, the editing of the film, and the editing of the sound was really important to get this narrative, some kind of fluid thing, and like with an imagetic also in out of the square, no, off. And there are some moments that were found in the editing of the image and that were really important, and they stood till the end. Then there is this 3rd moment where there's a friend that enters to work with us in Porto, Pedro Augusto, and he's a musician, and well, it's like the 2nd or the 3rd time that he works with films. So there are, for a certain time I was with him doing the editing and the mixing, but the music was like freedom of doing the things. We said, okay, in this moment we should have music, in this moment we should have music, and in this moment we should have music. And then the things appeared, and we tried to see how it could work with the ambience of the film, no? The music was really important to establish the tone of the film. And I think that the job that he did, especially with the last music, when it's like it's the first time in the film when the shot opens, no? You have air, the thing opens, and the music also opens.